For my 3 methods of heat transfer, I'm going to use a pot for 2 of them, and then a cheese stick for the last one, since it's kind of hard to see with this one pot. So my first would be conduction, and when heat transfer happens with conduction, the heat source is in direct contact with the object. So if I put this on the burner and turn it on, the heat source, which is the stove, as you can see it's turning red, indicating that it's hot, is heating this pan. Now if I put some water on my hand and put it on the side, as the heat transfers up the side, then it should start to evaporate the water. Now that might take a little while though, because, well, the whole pot has to heat up. So the heat would start from the bottom, so if I felt closer to the bottom I can feel the heat, more heat, but if I feel towards the top, then it's not as hot. See, as you can see, look, see the smoke from the water, or not smoke, but vapor from the water evaporating. So that's showing that as I leave this on, the heat is slowly traveling up the pot. Now if I add water to this, then this is considered convection, because I'm heating a liquid or a gas. Now, as the liquid heats up, then on the bottom, the water would become less dense, because as it heats, it becomes less dense and rises. But then as it cools at the top, then it will come back down. And it just makes this current. However, this kind of takes a long time, but maybe I can make it a little bit faster. Alright, now, I don't really have that much water in it. So, as this heats, then hopefully it will boil, which means that the water is the same temperature and starting to phase change. Now, see, it's starting to already. As it boils, then it gives off water vapor, which means the water is the same temperature, and the convection current is completed, pretty much, in making everything the same temperature. This also works with appliances at home. On my stove, I have a convection button, which makes the air inside the stove rotate so that everything's evenly cooked inside. Now finally, shut that off, I have my last one, which is a cheese stick. Now this cheese stick is going to show radiation, because if I put it in here for 15 seconds, I guess, the electromagnetic waves from the microwave are heating it up. Now, if I can also do this with, well, this, except if I put this outside, maybe, if I put it outside, then the sun could be considered a heat source, except it's not as powerful, because, well, it's winter right now, so it doesn't really have a big impact. Also, if I put it under here, also considered electromagnetic waves are transferring heat, so that's considered radiation, except it's not strong enough. So, well, smoking, making. So this is considered radiation because I use the microwave to heat my cheese stick. It's hot, but it's good. So those are my 3 methods of heat transfer.